6 o'clock on an early spring morning. The birds are singing, and there's moths in the moth trap. Perfect. Alright, what's up everyone? It's been a couple of weeks since I've had the moth trap out, and we've had some pretty warm weather recently, especially Thursday. Nice and warm, and last night as well was quite a mild night for the time of year. So I thought I'd put the moth trap out, and we've definitely got some nice moths in there. I was sat outside last night after I turned the trap on, and there wasn't much going on, a couple of micros. This was about an hour after I'd turned it on. But then, 10 minutes into me sitting outside, this pretty large moth came down, landed on the sheet, and I immediately knew what it was. It's a very special moth. It's one that I've never caught before, new for me, very beautiful. It's not particularly rare, but it's a very nice looking moth, and I will show it at the end of this video. But for now, let's see what we have in the trap. Alright then, starting with the common quaker, down in there, and we also have this micro, which is Agonopteryx heracleana. Okay, our next moth is this lovely Hebrew character, the other very common spring flying species. Okay, we have another common quaker. It's not as well marked as the other one, but you can still see the pale line at the bottom of the wing and the pale orbicular stigma and reniform stigma, which are the pale circle and the pale kidney mark. And we also have light brown apple moth here as well. We've got another common quaker, better marked one this time. Got a nice diving beetle. Alright, this one's a very nice one. So this one is one that I featured at the moth trap at the end of October. This is grey shoulder knot. So this species flies from September to October, hibernates and re-emerges in spring. It's not the commonest species at all, and I always love catching this species. I think this is only the 4th time I've ever caught it. Very nicely marked, very nice moth. Grey shoulder knot. We have got another common quaker. And this little one down in here is a small quaker. So this is another common spring flying species, smaller than the common quaker, and it doesn't have the pale line at the bottom of the wing, and it has the dark small orbicular stigma and dark reniform stigma as well. But this one is the small quaker. And we're back to the common quakers. Okay, on this egg box we have this moth, slightly rectangular looking moth. This is the chestnut, another species that flies from September to April, including on mild winter nights. And we've got this moth, very nicely marked, early grey. So early because its flight season is from February to April, so early in the year, and grey because it's grey, but it's much more than just grey. It has lovely patterning on it. And another small quaker on the other side there. We have this nicely marked micro. I definitely recognise it, but not too sure on the name. So you'll see it pop up on the screen about now. And at the bottom of the trap we have an early grey and another one there, and another Hebrew character there. But that's not all just yet. We have saved the best till last. And here we are. This absolute cracker of a moth is the Oak Beauty. And it's a moth that I've never caught in my garden ever before. This is a first for me. It's always been on my list of moths that I've wanted to catch but just never caught it. What an absolute beauty of a moth. Like its name suggests, its larvae do feed on oak, but also other plants such as aspen, elm, sallow, hazel, and other deciduous trees and shrubs. It is quite common in mature oak woodland. If you're trapped at this time of year in a nice patch of mature oak woodland, then you'll get this moth coming to the light in decent numbers, definitely double figures. But with the other plants they feed on, they're also not uncommon in gardens as well. But this one has evaded me for quite some time, and it just came down, flapped around on the sheet last night. Absolute beauty. Very happy with this one. So that's the moth that we'll finish on. So, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one.